And from here, I think it's really interesting to talk about what we can expect in the next year, just from like a macro level, from a business industry level. We've seen a lot of smaller and medium-sized companies go through a lot over the past few years. I thought it would be fun to just do a very high-level review of, since legalization in 2017, what we've seen in the market as far as like trends and business trends. And obviously, the hot topic for everyone right now is rescheduling. You would need hours and hours and hours to pontificate about what that all means. But quickly, we'll just be talking about, from a business perspective, what it could mean if and when it happens. In cannabis, we're always speculating. So it's natural that everybody's speculating about what's going to happen with rescheduling. And then just talking about the health of California cannabis businesses in general in this market. We're hearing a lot of different things. And so I'll kind of give you my opinion on that, and also on M&A trends. I also wanted to make a note that if there are any questions, feel free to put them in the chat, and we'll address them as we go throughout, or at the end if we missed it. I like to call 2017 to 2021 the green rush here in California. That's when really we didn't know what was going to happen early days. And so I think those first 4 years of legalization is when we saw this full green rush come in. We saw immense growth as the market was highly anticipated, and everyone was really, really excited about it. And the between 2017 and 2023, the pendulum swung from immense profitability and almost to threatened extinction for a lot of businesses, an actual extinction in the California market. And I think that's really interesting to review, because it's kind of a predictor of nascent markets as they come online now. Overall, cannabis business valuations in California and other states tend to increase year over year substantially in the beginning, and then peak, and then kind of start to come down. We've seen that in California. We've seen that in other states. In California, we saw immense growth as everyone was really excited. And then we saw that was starting 2017, 2018, and then it kind of hit its peak in or around 2021. In 2022 and 2023, we experienced a market-wide contraction. Valuations on the business, the industry, the licenses in California really started to come down. You had a retail license before 2020 is worth anywhere from like $5 to $20 million or more, depending on who's calling it. And now, we're seeing a contraction. We're seeing those valuations much, much lower, fraction of that, essentially. Licenses have become more available statewide. There's still a shortage of retail and still new people looking to come in. But when people come in and say, I want to start a new cannabis business, I have no experience in cannabis, I've never worked in it, I'm always a little bit wary. I don't want to, crush anyone's dreams or put out their fire. But, we are kind of on at least in California, we're done with the green rush phase of things. And, you're really getting into a business that is not going to make you rich just because it's cannabis. You've got to come up with, a really sophisticated business or business model, or something that consumers will love, and be well capitalized, be ready to, reach the market in order to have success. So the conversations that I used to have with potential new clients in 2017, 2018, 2020, 2021, even, those started to change in 2022 and 2023. In 2022, we also saw, more saturation, like I talked about, a difficulty in competing with the illicit market. And then obviously, really the rubber meets the road when it comes to, profit crushing taxes and regulations. The businesses in California, especially retail, with, the compound taxation and everything they have to go through, and regulatory requirements, it's really, really difficult for them to make as much of a profit as they used to. And that's why, we're really seeing this squeeze. 2023, the squeeze continued, and we even saw, the 2023 devastated household brands like MedMen recently, and Herbal, and many others. That was a real eye-opening kind of year, I think we saw receiverships, which is a legal proceeding where, a business is put in custody of like an appointee who's going to either divide up the assets or, satisfy the vendors or the creditors. And that was something we hadn't seen before, and it's kind of become commonplace now.